welcome back to Chasing Trophies. It was a one-sided affair in Leeds, Headingley, England dominating against Pakistan, winning by an innings and 103 runs. From start to finish, it was all England. In the first innings, it was the bowlers Robinson and Joshua Tongue ripping into the Pakistan batting lineup. Then in England's batting, they completely dominated the 50s from everyone in the middle order. Jordan Cox got a 73, Joe Root got a 50 as well, and Harry Brook got a 91. So did Dan Lawrence, got a 50 as well. So there was 450s in the middle. Nobody could get 100, but it was enough to give England a lead and an innings defeat. And in the second innings, like we predicted, like Faizbhai said, Pakistan capitulated again. This time around, Jofra Archer was in between in the wickets. He picked up 3. Robinson again, also 3 wickets. 3 wickets for Joshua Tongue again. I don't know who you give the man of the match to over here, because I think Tongue and Robinson have taken the equal amount of wickets, which is around like 8 wickets in this test match. They were outstanding, from the bat as well. Good performances. Pakistan, Ali Usman took a fifer, but apart from that, not much to talk about for them. There was a good partnership between Imamul Haq and Abdullah Shafiq in the first innings, but that was pretty much it. Their fielding was poor. Their DRS was poor. There was a clear edge. Rizwan collected it and they didn't even appeal. I don't understand what happened over there. And, Salman Agha, he missed the stumps as well. A lot of things are floating around in terms of Pakistan's fielding. Kamran Akmal is getting angry with the sweaters that they're wearing. He's saying it's too heavy. But yes, obviously we expected England to win this test match. And you never know what's going to happen. It looks like England will win this series, but let's see what happens at Lord's. Fez joining me as well. Your thoughts on the test match?
जरा सी बॉल इधर उधर ही हुई और चूतड़ फट गई. यही है भाई पाकिस्तान का, राइट? लाइक आई मीन दैट इज द थिंग ब्रो. लाइक अभी हम एक्साइटेड थे ये सीरीज के लिए और अभी भी थोड़ा बहुत है. ऑब्वियसली बाबर आजम नहीं थे आज, but it wouldn't have probably made a major difference यार. जब ऐसा नचारा
How can it not make a major difference?
Because Ollie Robinson is there, bro. We saw what he did on a flat wicket as well, right? Like Ollie Robinson is making and I mean economically Ollie Robinson was ahead. Like he just didn't leak runs, he didn't do anything. And I think the way Pakistan came out, the body language, I think first inning में जो आप बोले first partnership between Imam वो थोड़ा वहाँ पे उनको लग रहा था कि हाँ पे temperament आ रहा है, but already you lost 2 wickets, but then Abdullah Shafiq and him managed to make the partner. But England का raw pace यार, comparing it to the Pakistani pacers, वो पेस का भी बहुत अलग फर्क है भाई. एंड अगेन आपके पास उतनी टेक्निकल मे बी स्किल नहीं. अब्बास मे बी हैज अ बिट स्किल, but when you compare it to an Ollie Robinson who's been playing day in and day out of county, and then you have a 150 pace with Archer, a 140 plus with Josh Tongue, comparing that to Muhammad Ali and Khurram Shahzad, like obviously you're going to have a tough time. But yeah, I mean there was no kind of a competition. Joe Root, Dan Lawrence, Harry Brook, वो mammoth total, like Jordan Cox and Dan Lawrence. I think ये लोग जो तरीके से उनकी bowling बहुत easily खेले. Shout out तो obviously Ali Usman का बनता है भाई, like he picked up a fifer, but this wicket you needed your pacers to do a little bit more with the ball. Your batsmen are a little bit technically looking handicapped right now, and it doesn't look the best. I mean, a lot of people again will probably start questioning Mohammad Rizwan in England and how he's getting an opportunity and stuff, but वही है ना कि उनकी squad में और कौन है, like who else is there that they can look to. And Pakistan right now look very outclassed bhai, like very again obsolete Pakistan. They didn't show up, put up any kind of a fight. Body language down, कंधे down. जल कर रहे हैं बैटिंग तो इंग्लैंड को करने ही दो. कोई अटैकिंग इंटेंट नहीं दिखे आपको, कोई प्लान एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं. लाइक अब सलमान आगा फर्स्ट टेस्ट एज अ कैप्टन एंड आई थिंक ही जस्ट गॉट, लाइक क्या बोल सकते हैं अपन, डन फॉर इट.
They got absolutely hammered, and the pitch it was a bit different to the baseball era. I felt there was something in it, even when Pakistan were bowling. The paces I think weren't quick enough. Although Robinson is not quick, he's also bowling 125, 130. They were probably not as accurate. Josh Tongue though had a lot of pace, but I felt that throughout the match we saw something in it. It wasn't as flat as you see under Ben Stokes and Brendan McCullum.
100% भाई, फ्लैट तो नहीं थी विकेट. एंड दैट इज व्हेन लाइक आप थोड़ा बहुत बोलोगे चलो इनके बॉलर्स करे तो आपके भी कुछ करेंगे. टेक्निकली ब्रिलियंस के भी ऊपर बात है. लाइक ऑली रॉबिन्सन तो मंजे हुए खिलाड़ी हैं. एंड खुर्रम, मोहम्मद अली, लाइक आई डोंट नो क्या कंबाइंड एक्सपीरियंस है उस पेस अटैक. मोहम्मद अब्बास खेलते हैं आप फिर भी ही वाज आल्सो नॉट एबल टू मेंटेन दैट लाइन. एंड फिर एटलीस्ट रॉ पेस, चलो आपके शाहीन नसीम कोई होते तो रॉ पेस से तो भी बीट करते आपके, बट वो भी नहीं है उनके पास. तो right now, and apart from that, the batting, when you start off like with losing 2 quick wickets and then a bit of a partnership and then beach mein kuch bhi nahi aaya aapko. Literally, like I think everyone just stumbled over in the first inning. So 171 aap put up karoge in response to a 460, like that also shows you, like, Joe Root and these guys, their levels of batting when you compare it to Pakistan's first innings.
Yeah, man. And Joe Root, first captaincy, first game as captain after retiring from captaincy or getting sacked as captain, and I think he'll be very happy. Uski khud ki puri performance aa gayi. He scored a 50 over there. This guy, man, he's still incredible run machine. But your thoughts
Yeah.
on his captaincy, the way he rotated the bowlers. Obviously, the bowlers did the job. I don't think he had to do much in that sense, but
Yeah.
the way he rotated Robinson, Tongue, and Archer, I think they've defined Archer as the guy who's gonna get the top order, Robinson like the middle top order, and then Tongue just come and swipe out the tail. I think they have bowlers for each occasion in the test match.
Yeah, 100. And I think one thing that we have to also see the selection, right? Like they didn't put in necessarily a spinner, Shoaib Bashir ko nahi kusa diye, and they just played it very smartly with Dan Lawrence, right? Like they just got him as a outside spinner. उनको लग गया कि ये surface पे आपको इतनी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, and I think that is like you look at it. यहाँ पे एक अली उस्मान थे तो एक बैट्समैन कम भी हो गया आपके पास पाकिस्तान में, whereas Dan Lawrence can bat, and he will provide you like what 60 odd quick runs, and so they went with Gus Atkinson. I think थोड़े expensive थे, but it overall worked out team selection for them. And I think Joe Root, like we said, it was mostly autopilot when 170 पे आप बिखर जाते, then as the captain plus such a class batsman, you know what lies ahead. If you get one big inning, then innings defeat was on the cards. And yeah, I mean raw pace को तो फिल वक्त आर्चर का तो क्या था भाई, like जल्दी निकाल रहा था. It's like he just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah, and the second wicket also, that was excellent field placement. They had a short fine leg over there. Sida wahin pe whip kara. It was not that great of a delivery, but like that was perfect field placement over there from Joe Root, and I'm sure Archer had input in there. But I think precisely that is the problem of England as well. That is their weakness against the bigger teams like Australia, India, New Zealand, South Africa, is that they don't have a world-class spinner. I think that is going to affect them even in English conditions if they don't have like a proper spinner. आपको याद है last Ashes में they had to depend on Moeen Ali, and Moeen Ali was amazing, but like he's not going to you need, I think, somebody like a Graham Swan. That's when England was doing so well in Test cricket, when they had somebody like a Graham Swan. I think their fast bowling unit as well, if you see, it's a very good unit. They will pick up wickets. They did that in Australia as well, but they don't have somebody like a Nathan Lyon or a Graham Swan who can hold one end up, or a Ravichandran Ashwin type.
Yeah, I think that will definitely bite them, and we saw that, right? Even in, like they're not able to even like चलो batting तो छोड़ दो, तो खेल नहीं पा रहे थे spin anyway. But यहाँ पे अली उस्मान, अगर आप उनका spell देखो, he actually got them out at a quick succession. Like if you look at his spell in totality, like in terms of the overs that he bowled, उन्हें जल्दी बिखरा. He took out Joe Root and then Jordan Cox and like Dan Lawrence, Harry Brooks, जल्दी like लपेट लिया था, and the turn that he was getting, right, he was receiving them away. So yeah, in that context, yeah, like England fast bowlers did the job for them. अगर वहाँ पे स्पिनर की जरूरत है, अभी उनके पास बचे को लियम डॉसन एक है जो खेलते हैं, एक वो जो अपने इंडिया में आके विकेटा निकाले थे एक बार. I keep forgetting his name.
Jack Leach.
Jack Leach, yeah, Jack Leach एक है उनके पास option, but I don't know if he's going to continue. Adil Rashid, I don't think Test cricket में उतना
Ryan Ahmed is an option.
Ryan Ahmed is an agent. Again, he's a batsman option as well. Like he can bat as well. So yeah, they'll need to tell you. I think Shoaib Bashir has shown you enough that he doesn't have the technical skill. Like he has the height, but that bounce doesn't come out. Even if he didn't have many deliveries like a flight or something like that. So I think they really need to identify their next spinner. That is something. But yeah, when you win like this, then you'll be on a confidence high. But yeah, I think it's better to prepare yourselves, like going ahead into subcontinents and stuff like that. You need to figure out what you have to do with the spin. But apart from that, like yeah, Dan Lawrence डाल दिए थे, but जरूरत तो कुछ पड़ी नहीं उनको ये वाले टेस्ट में. अब सेकंड में देखते हैं कि क्या विकेट देंगे.
Yeah, let's see if Babar Azam comes back, because Salman Agha is struggling as captain right now. Even with the bat and the ball, the whole Pakistan team is struggling. Let's see if they can work a miracle. I think it looks one-way traffic right now, this series. You never know what Pakistan is an unpredictable team, but in Test cricket, it's very difficult unless like they do what Bangladesh did, show some fight and bowl well. I think they'll have to bowl well, and even with the bat, they have to show great determination. If you see Bangladesh as well, 2-3 wicket gate, they didn't. They stood there. They still built partnerships. Pakistan were actually in a very good position on day one. They were 90 for 2. They could have easily made that 150 for 2, 200 for 3, and taken that to 300 plus like Bangladesh did, but they didn't take the opportunity. I know the ball moves a bit more in England, especially after the 20th over, but at the same time, you need to show a bit more grit and determination there. Let's see what happens in the second test match. We still have the India-Sri Lanka second test as well. We've got the Bangladesh-Australia second test. So it's test match fever going on right now in the cricketing world. Do join us for the latest cricket content and the football content as well. Thank you you, Faiz, for joining. Thanks everybody for joining. We should hit the like button, subscribe button, do comment on the video, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.